There are several tools that I've used throughout my music career that have helped me progress as a musician and also financially. So I am going to share some of those tools to help you improve in your music business. The very first one I used to grow my YouTube channel, and that is called TubeBuddy. Basically, this tool gives you a way of getting critical keywords, and it also helps you track how best to go about getting a gap in the market in terms of the type of videos you should be sharing. It's also a research tool, so you can also see other types of channels that show similar content that you want to push out, and you can do basically some kind of research to see how they did it, what is missing from theirs, and how you can adapt it to the local context or the context that you want to do. So I've left an affiliate link for TubeBuddy in the description below. The very next one I use to get my music onto Spotify, Apple Music, etc., and that is Distrokid. I always share Distrokid because that is how I got my music onto several platforms such as Spotify, etc. They've also got other tools, like you're able now to upload your video onto iTunes using Distrokid, and it's one of the platforms that I use primarily because they allow unlimited releases for a single fee. So if you're someone who puts out a lot of music per year, then I highly suggest that you get onto Distrokid, and I have left an affiliate link for Distrokid in the description below. The third thing that you want to get is a mailing list. So a mailing list is basically something that you use to gather people's email addresses, and then you contact them whenever you release. I do this for my content on YouTube. If you're not on my mailing list, do that, it's in the description below. But you sign up to the mailing list, and then you get people to sign up into your mailing list, and then you periodically, at least once a week, and tell them I've released new content, whether that is YouTube content, whether that is also music that you have distributed via Distrokid onto Spotify, Apple Music, etc. But you want a way to communicate with your audience slash fans that, hey, I've got something new out, I want you to do and listen or watch, or however they consume your content. I also do this similarly with WhatsApp groups. So this is also a type of mailing list. I've got WhatsApp groups where I send out a weekly, yo, this is the newest content, but I also share informative information such as conferences or music symposiums that are around in the South African context. So you can join those, the mailing list for the email and the WhatsApp mailing group. So that is in the description below. The very next thing I recommend people to get is SongTrust. This is probably for people that are a little more progressed in the music career and they are getting streams abroad or internationally. So if you're just getting your streams primarily in South Africa, you can get away with just using Capasso to get the mechanical royalties back into you. But if your music is being played, for example, in Canada, America, Germany, UK, etc., it's a tedious process for you to register your own music in all of those different places, and you may not have an address or meet the minimum requirements to register there. So I recommend SongTrust, which does the registration for you. SongTrust is a publishing administrator and they do the registration for you. They take a 15% cut, so you only get 85%, but you get stress-free knowing that your music is registered worldwide. So who should actually do this? People that are getting at least 1,000 streams, maybe even 10,000 streams abroad and internationally collectively, so that SongTrust can get your royalties and get it to you once a quarter. I have left an affiliate link for SongTrust in the description below, but if you are still new in the industry, then I highly suggest keep on manually registering with Capasso, SAMRO, SAMPRA, and get your IRC from RISA. Another tool I recommend is a spreadsheet program, or simply Excel or Google Sheets. The reason I recommend spreadsheets is because it is an easier way of keeping track of what's happening in your music career. You can use spreadsheets to put out timelines for your next project, or you can actually make your own ISRC on these spreadsheets. I've made several videos on this YouTube channel about that. I'll leave them in the description below. But you must get used to using some way of managing your career, whether that is using a document like Word or Excel or a spreadsheet. I highly recommend that you use Excel. But if you do not have Excel, you can use Google Sheets, because Google, if you have a Gmail account, gives you access to Google Sheets for free. Another free tool that I highly recommend is to edit images, and that is Canva or PaintDotNet. So most of my thumbnails, I usually use PaintDotNet because it's free, it's not so heavy on the PC, and it's quick to do what I need to do. And I actually release my cover art, I use PaintDotNet most of the time. If I need something more intricate, then I send it out to someone else to edit. But if you're doing smaller jobs or releasing small singles, then you should be able to make your own graphics on something like Canva or PaintDotNet. PaintDotNet is a software, so you need computer, but Canva, if you only have access to your phone, you can use your phone to create images on Canva. So I highly recommend you use either or to get images out to the public. Last but not least, probably the most important out of all of these, you need a website. People often underestimate the need for a website, but it is crucial in getting people into what I call your web. So your website is basically where you showcase yourself and you have no competition at all. The main purpose of the website should be to gather people's email addresses or numbers so that you can put them on your mailing list. And from your mailing list, using Aweber, for example, you constantly give people feed of your content. Remember, people will forget you if you don't constantly remind them of you. So keep on giving them the content, keep on being on their emails and their WhatsApps, then they will be able to remember, oh yeah, this guy is making music. But you try do this in a non-spammy manner. Try be engaging, try put a narrative, a story, be informative, give them something useful. Don't just say, here is my latest link, go watch, or here is my video, go watch. Try give some kind of engaging storyline to keep people entertained while they go through the email and to actually follow through to what you want them to do. I've also left an affiliate link to Aweber in the description below, so do check that out. If you want to know how many streams you need to get 1,000 Rand, watch this video.